What is up, everybody? This is my NXT review, so let's get right into it. To kick off the show, we have Finn Balor versus Trent Seven. This was a really good match between Finn Balor and Trent Seven tonight on NXT. This was a fun match. I really liked this match between Finn Balor and Trent Seven tonight on NXT. This was a good match. It was fun. It was enjoyable. It was a great storytelling match between Finn Balor and Trent Seven on NXT tonight. These two guys had a good match. It was a really decent to good match. I enjoyed it. It was fun to watch. It was a great storytelling. These two guys went out and had a good match to kick off NXT in the first hour tonight between Finn Balor and Trent Seven. These two guys absolutely went out there and put on a good match. Very enjoyable, fun to watch. Awesome match with these two guys tonight, man. Both of these guys can go inside the ring, and both guys went out there and just had a great match. Very enjoyable, fun match to watch. I mean, these guys had a good match and went out there and just absolutely they brought it tonight, and they had a really good match. This match was really good between Finn Balor and Trent Seven tonight on NXT. Really good match, fun match to watch. I enjoyed it. This match was very fun, man. I love this match between Finn Balor and Trent Seven, and Finn Balor ended up picking up the win over Trent Seven tonight in the first hour of NXT in a really good match. That was really fun to watch. I liked it. It was fun to watch. Yeah, great wrestling in the match as well. So very good match between Finn Balor and Trent Seven to kick off the first hour of NXT tonight. Very good match. This match was awesome, fun to watch. Great storytelling inside of the ring between Finn Balor and Trent Seven tonight to kick off the first hour of NXT. And then the second match of the night on NXT was Shotzi Blackheart versus Deonna Purrazzo. This was a decent women's match between Shotzi Blackheart and Deonna Purrazzo tonight on NXT. This was a really decent women's match tonight on NXT. I enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't a really good match. It wasn't the best match I've seen between Deonna Purrazzo and Shotzi Blackheart. This wasn't the best match I've seen between the two, but it was decent. I enjoyed it. It was a fun match. I mean, it wasn't a steal the show kind of match, but it was a decent to okay. It was decent for what it was. These two women are good inside the ring together. They gel well inside the ring together as well. I enjoyed this match between Shotzi Blackheart and Deonna Purrazzo tonight on NXT in the first hour. I liked this match. It was fun. It was decent. I enjoyed it for what it was. And Shotzi Blackheart ended up picking up the win over Deonna Purrazzo tonight on NXT. These two women they're gonna be bright stars in for the future of NXT. These two women can absolutely go. Deonna Purrazzo is good in the ring, and so is Shotzi Blackheart. These two women can go inside the ring. These two absolutely gel well inside the ring together. They had a decent match tonight. It was really fun to watch. I enjoyed it. Fun match tonight between Shotzi Blackheart and Deonna Purrazzo tonight on NXT. And Shotzi Blackheart ended up picking up the win over Deonna Purrazzo in a decent match in the first hour of NXT tonight. Very, very decent match between Deonna Purrazzo and Shotzi Blackheart tonight on NXT. And then we had Keith Lee. Keith Lee talked about how he's a dream maker, how he's a prophecy ender. And he talked about winning the Keith Lee talked about winning the North American Championship, and he said my next step on NXT, and then he gets cut off. He gets cut off by Dominik Dijakovic, and then he gets cut off again by Damian Priest, And then we had a face-off between Damian Priest, Dominic Dijakovic, and Keith Lee tonight on NXT. That was really cool. I like that. That was really awesome. Really good interaction with Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, and Damian Priest tonight on NXT. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. That was really awesome. I like the interaction between these three men. I really did like that. That was really awesome. Really cool as well. That was fun to watch. I mean, these three guys had a awesome interaction tonight on NXT. Very awesome interaction between Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, and Damian Priest tonight on NXT. Very awesome segment. I love this segment. This was a really great segment tonight for NXT. Very, very good interaction between these three guys tonight on NXT between Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, and Damian Priest tonight on NXT in a very awesome segment. Very awesome interaction between these three guys. These three guys absolutely had a good interaction tonight. Damian Priest talked about how he wanted to win the North American Championship, and Dominic Dijakovic come out and he said he wanted to win the North American Championship, and then Dominic Dijakovic and Damian Priest got into a little brawl to start off, and then we got a match between Damian Priest and Dominic Dijakovic tonight on NXT. This was a really decent match between Dominic Dijakovic and Damian Priest tonight on NXT. This was a really decent to okay match. I mean, these two guys can go. They're beasts inside the ring. Both guys gel well inside the ring together. They had a very good match. I mean, it wasn't nothing to write home about, but it was decent. I liked it. It was very fun to watch. It was okay. I mean, I didn't really zone out while watching it, so it was a pretty good to decent match. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was the best match. It really wasn't. I mean, but it was an okay to decent match between Damian Priest and Dominic Dijakovic tonight on NXT. These two had a good match. It was decent. It was fun. A lot of great wrestling as well. These two guys are beasts. Damian Priest is a beast. Dominic Dijakovic can go inside the ring as well. I mean, this was a fun match between Dominic Dijakovic and Damian Priest tonight on NXT. This was a fun match. It was decent. It was a pretty good match, and Damian Priest ended up picking up the win over Dominic Dijakovic tonight on NXT in a improv match tonight on NXT. So this was a really good to decent match tonight between Dominic Dijakovic and Damian Priest tonight on NXT. This match was okay to decent. I did like it for what it was. And Damian Priest ended up picking up the win over Dominic Dijakovic tonight on NXT. And then we had Tegan Knox versus Dakota Kai. This was one of the best matches of the night in my opinion. Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox absolutely went out there and stole the show tonight for the women on NXT tonight. Very awesome match between Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai tonight. Awesome match between these two women. They went out there and stole the show tonight in my opinion. These two had one of the best matches of the night. I love this match between Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai tonight on NXT. This was a fun match, very interesting match between these two. Tegan Knox wanted revenge on Dakota Kai for Dakota Kai taking out Tegan Knox at NXT Takeover the last time they had a takeover, and so Tegan Knox wanted revenge. And Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai went out tonight and absolutely stole the show on NXT in a very awesome match. Fun to watch. Great storytelling between these two women inside the ring tonight. These two women absolutely went out there and had a great match. Fun to watch. Very enjoyable. Great storytelling between Tegan Knox and Dakota. Very great storytelling tonight. between Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai tonight on NXT. This was one of the best matches of the night, in my opinion. I really loved this match between Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai. Really awesome match. These two women went out there and stole the show tonight. Awesome, fun to watch, very enjoyable. Very good match from the women tonight on NXT with Tegan Knox versus Dakota Kai. Very awesome match. Loved it. This match was one of the best matches of the night, in my opinion. The women had a great match tonight. I absolutely loved this match with Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai tonight on NXT. I love this match. This match was absolutely awesome. These women absolutely went out and stole the show tonight on NXT. And Tegan Knox picks up the win over Dakota Kai tonight on NXT in a awesome match. Very awesome match between Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox tonight on NXT. Very awesome match, very fun to watch as well. Now we get the main event of NXT tonight. We get the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Classic Tag Team Classic tonight, but with Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne versus Mark Gibson and Drake and Mark Gibson and James Drake, the Chiseled Young Veterans. This was a awesome main event to close out the night for NXT tonight in the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Cup tonight. This was an absolute awesome main event. I love this main event tonight of NXT. This was a really good main event. Enjoyable, fun wrestling, great storytelling. These two tag teams absolutely went out there and had an awesome match to close the show tonight in NXT for the finals of the Dusty Cup tonight. Very awesome match, very enjoyable. These two teams had a good match tonight, man. I enjoyed this, man. These two teams, I would love to see these two teams go at it again in the near future. I believe these two teams can go at it again. I would love to see the Chiseled Young Veterans and Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle go again. I mean, I would love to see these two tag teams face off again. I would love to see them face off. These two teams had a great match tonight in the finals of the Dusty Cup tonight and for the main event of NXT. Absolutely awesome ending for NXT tonight between the Chiseled Young Veterans and Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne tonight for the finals of the Dusty Cup. This was an awesome main event tonight for NXT. NXT absolutely nailed it tonight and had an awesome ending. Great ending to NXT tonight. Absolute fun. I enjoyed it. And Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle are your 2020 Dusty Rhodes Cup tag team winners. They won the Dusty Cup tonight over the Chiseled Young Veterans of Mark Gibson and James Drake tonight in the main event of NXT in the finals for the Dusty Cup. Very awesome match between these two tag teams. This was an awesome main event to close the show. And congratulations to Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle. They are your 2020 Dusty Cup winners. They beat the Chiseled Young They beat the Grizzled Young Veterans tonight on NXT. So congratulations again to Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle for being your 2020 Dusty Cup winners. Congratulations, you guys. You guys had a great match tonight with the Chiseled Young Veterans. Great match, fun way to end NXT tonight by having Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle win the Dusty Cup and just become the 2020 Dusty Cup winners tonight on NXT to close the show. Absolutely awesome ending for NXT. I enjoyed it. Great show tonight for NXT. I'm going to give NXT a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed the interaction with Damian Priest, Keith Lee, and Dominic Dijakovic. I enjoyed that. And I enjoyed the main event tonight with the Grizzled Young Veterans versus Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle for the in the finals of the Dusty Cup. I like that. And I like the match tonight with Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai for the women tonight on NXT in their revenge match. I really did like that. That was an awesome match as well. So first three things I would suggest you guys go back and watch tonight on NXT. Go back and watch the main event tonight with the Grizzled Young Veterans versus Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle in the finals of the Dusty Cup. Go back and watch the main event tonight of NXT with Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle versus the Grizzled Young Veterans in the finals of the Dusty Cup. Go back and watch that. And go back and watch the interaction between Damian Priest, Keith Lee, and Dominik Dijakovic in their segment tonight on NXT. And go back and watch the match between Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox in their revenge match tonight on NXT. Go back and watch that. I think you guys will enjoy that as well. That was really awesome as well. So I'm going 7 out of 10 for NXT tonight. I loved NXT. It was a fun show. I loved it. Great show tonight for NXT. Very good show. I'm going 7 out of 10 for my NXT rating tonight. So guys, tell me what you guys thought about NXT tonight down below. Tell me the matches you guys enjoyed tonight on NXT. I want to hear about what matches you guys enjoyed on NXT tonight down below. And guys, give me a rating for NXT down below tonight as well. I want to know what you guys give NXT tonight for a rating as well. And I just want to say, if you guys like this NXT review, hit that thumbs up. So if you guys like this NXT review, make sure you hit that thumbs up and share out this video as well. And guys, if you guys like my channel, comment, subscribe, and like. I'd appreciate that. And if you guys like the channel, hit the red word that says subscribe and turn on the bell for notification. I'd appreciate that. And thank you to if you guys are new to the channel, welcome to my channel. I would love to see you guys join my channel. That would be very much appreciated. So guys, thank you for watching this NXT review. I love you guys. You guys have a great night. This has been my NXT review. You guys have an awesome night. Peace.